but would they still apply if I played you like a toy? Sometimes I wish I did that like a boy.
Can't be getting mad, what you mad? Can't handle that. Can't be getting mad, what you mad? Can't handle that.
We can switch up the roles and I could be that. Tell you I love you, but when I call,
Do. Y'all know that?
the music video,
Hell yeah. Hello guys, hello people out there. Hello out there. Welcome back to another episode.
Like Peppa Pig.
Welcome back to another episode of Life is Weird. My name is Sage.
I'm Queso. I'm Kels.
And I'm Gabby.
And we back for episode 6, where we're talking about men.
The other species.
Yeah.
Except for Chase. We love you, Chase.
We love Chase. So for the acronym, unfortunately, I had to use AI. I tried to use my brain power, but it just wasn't completely coming together. But the acronym that I have is, so just a 4-word, men, why every incident results in dysfunction.
Damn.
And I just
That
want
was
to
not
preface,
from us.
I just want to preface this because there really wasn't much options that I could use. I want to preface this by saying this is not going to be a male bashing session. No.
It's
No. But
It can be a little
the patriarchy is a little
dysfunctional.
dysfunctional. So shit. But yeah, so straight into our shameless plug. Our shameless plug today. So we mentioned on the first episode that we made a song. And the studio that we made the song in is actually black woman owned. Mm-hmm. But yeah, so it's called Ndustry ATL, spelled Ndstry ATL. And that's their Instagram at Ndustry ATL. So shout out to them. They showed us a great time. It was very lit. The vibes were immaculate. Mm-hmm. And I also want to shout out our producer. His Instagram name is Noel B. Lowkey. He was fire. He showed us a great time. He was patient with us. And yeah, we definitely mess with y'all over there at Ndustry ATL. So shout out to y'all.
Perfect.
If you need a producer, if you need somewhere to lay some beats,
spit some bars,
lay some beats.
If you know,
Drop some fire.
Yeah, that's where you should go. So yeah, period, point blank. So let's just get into the conversation where I said this is not a bashing session. We're just talking about men and how they be weird.
Because y'all do.
Because sometimes y'all do.
Y'all a little weird.
Yeah, just a little bit. But to start off on a positive note, though, on a more positive note. So who or what do you admire most about male friendships, male brotherhood, and their lifestyle? Like, what are some positive things that, when you see men or men being men, you're like, okay, I like that.
Yeah. So male friendships amongst men or our friendships to men?
I would say from the outside looking in, so maybe just amongst themselves.
I do love the brotherhood aspect of it when it's healthy, because I have seen male friendships that, hyping each other up to do the wrong thing. Mm-hmm. But I've seen really good examples of men not only holding each other accountable, but building each other up and putting each other on platforms to, especially black men, to succeed and, being proud of their friends. And I love that.
I would agree. I think I like, when it comes to males and their dynamics, that go-getter, mentality, the hustle, the drive, to actually, go after and chase their dreams. I really do admire that, and the fact that they're selfish, not in a negative way. I think when people think of selfish, it's always a negative connotation, but more so they're always gonna put themselves first. They're always gonna do what's in their best interest. Just when it comes to making sure they got their ducks in a row. Of course, just in a general sense, there's always some people, like we said, it's not everybody, it's not the whole, but for the men that are in my life, men that I know, their friendships, their relationships with each other, I can definitely see they're gonna always put themselves first and prioritize that, and it is something I do admire. And the who part of it, I'm a shout out my brother and his friend group. I just love them. My grandsons. Yeah, just seeing their whole dynamic. They all are very dedicated and just driven. So I love that.
And they're a great example for other young men.
Yeah.
Because they're really young and they're very, very determined and very, very like, I was very proud of them.
Yeah.
Like meeting them, I was like, oh my God, like y'all are very young and y'all are doing y'all thing.
Yeah.
So
Got some good heads on their shoulders.
And their conflict resolution seems to be
yeah, for sure.
Healthy.
Intact.
For me, I love it when I see a group of men, because I feel like when they're around their homeboys, they just act like big ass kids. But I love it because you be seeing guys out here and they be putting on the suits and ties and be real professional. But then when they get around their bros, they just like let that guard down.
Yeah.
And I love seeing them like in their natural element. Like I feel like, damn, sometimes I wish I could just be a fly on the wall and just like be in a room full of men and just like watch them watch the game, because I just love like how they interact with each other when they're like able to let their guard down. So I love that. I
would say one thing that I admire about men, even though I feel like a lot of men could probably benefit a little more from, being able to tap into their like empathetic side and like their emotions, I can admire that a lot of men really do like a good job of like not letting their emotions cloud like their actions and their judgment. Like even though sometimes it's not always, the most healthy, and sometimes they don't know how to find that balance between emotion and like rationale, I think that that's definitely something that is admirable, that, when men lead with like their rational thinking rather than their emotions in certain situations, I think that is definitely admirable, I would say.
For sure.
But for sure. So we're all in our late 20s at this point, and I think that, as we get older, even if whether it's our dating lives or y'all's dating lives with men and stuff, but obviously I've dated men too, so let me not other myself completely, but our relationships with the male species gets a little more complex, and we kind of, even though sometimes things get a little tougher, I feel like as we get older in our interactions with men, I think that we kind of are able to empathize a little bit more with the male experience. Yeah. So, and being in our late 20s, I think that we all really kind of have a pressure to have it all together, but I think men feel it in a different way. But yeah, do you feel like in what ways, or like how does that pressure of having it together in their 20s, like how have you seen that impact the men around you?
I feel like
Go.
I feel like they feel it worse than we do.
Agreed.
Like if you're taking it from the stance of the role, if you want to go into traditional roles of what a man is, like most men will say provide and protect. Same thing, women will probably say, yeah, that's their role, that's their responsibility to provide and protect. So when you have such a large responsibility like that, you feel it in all aspects of your life, but the pressure, it just gets worse and worse the older you get, because at certain points you expect to hit certain milestones, and especially as you matriculate through your age and you get older, you going through your career and everything, and if you want to settle down, have a family and stuff, it's like I can only imagine how intense the pressure and the buildup is. And like as women, like we do feel pressure, but one of our guy friends said something one day. He was like, we don't get to have our like eat, pray, love lifestyle. If you were to say, if you were interacting with a guy and say like, oh yeah, what are you doing for work? And as a woman, if you were like, oh yeah, like right now I'm just traveling, I'm just, taking time off, most guys will probably still be like, okay, like that's cool, like you finding yourself. But if you were to interact with a man and you were to say, oh yeah, I'm just trying to figure things out, I'm taking time off, late 20s, you would probably be like, what's wrong with you? Not always, but it's just more common for them to feel pressure in that way, and they don't really have as much of a luxury, I think, as we do to just relax and take a step back.
Out,
exactly.
Yeah.
So I definitely think the pressure they feel is worse than we do, especially as we get older.
The pressure is getting.
Yeah. I definitely agree, but I also feel like they feel a pressure to like have it all together before dating too, which in a way I could see why, because I feel like a lot of us have seen what it's like when a man doesn't feel like he has it together, and him trying to date, and how his head is just so clouded, and how like they can be,
and how he treats you,
how he treats you, they can be a little insecure, you know. So it's like we've seen the ways in which, like, if a man doesn't have certain things in order, how it affects their mood. It's kind of a hit to their ego, if we want to be honest, which I feel like plays a huge part in how they act and treat us. But all that to say, I basically agree with Gabby, but the pressure is worse. But then also, like, not even having it all together by their late 20s, having it all together before they try to, like, date someone seriously
or settle down. I mean, retweet. Honestly, it's just, I feel like there's more pressure on men because of societal norms, and for some people religious norms, and I think it's unfortunate that we have young, and I get it, because they have an ego that we just don't have. Like, I think we all have egos as human beings, but I will never understand the male ego. But I think it's a little unfortunate that they don't get to have an eat, pray, love moment. You know what I'm saying? And I've seen guys who do it. I've seen more white men do it, and it be accepted. But in our cultures and, you know, the diaspora, a lot of times when black men are, you know, by 25, 26, it's like, okay, so what are you doing?
Right.
So,
And someone explained it to me one time. One of my professors, he was like, women are like spaghetti and men are like waffles. And I was like, what are you talking about? But spaghetti, you know, you have multiple spaghetti noodles. It's all over the place. So he was saying women are better at multitasking. We can juggle multiple things at the same time. But waffles, if you look at a waffle, it's like structured and rows and everything. He's like, we usually feel like we have to complete one thing at a time. Focus on one thing at a specific point in our life. So it's not that easy to juggle multiple things. That's why you hear men, like you said, say, oh yeah, like, you know, I would date right now, but I'm trying to get this in order, I'm trying to get that. And it's like, you know, I ain't mad at it. Like, do what you feel is best for you and your development, because don't bring that around here.
Right. Yeah, I definitely think women as a whole do a better job of giving themselves grace, even if, because we are hard on ourselves, because I think that we, like I said, we all have felt pressures to have it all together, especially being in our late 20s. But I think that we just in general are able to give ourselves a little bit more grace, for sure. But I would say, I guess the next question I want to ask is in terms of like gender roles, because I feel like that's always a topic of conversation. There's always some kind of trending topic in the media or social media, whatever, that is related to like men should be doing this or women should be doing this type of thing. So how do you think that we as women and even men as men could, you know, contribute to like changing that perception of these gender roles and like really just assigning certain qualities or certain actions to men or to women?
I think we really need to start looking at everything as situation based. Because I feel like if you're in a family dynamic where the man is the provider and you're maybe a stay-at-home mom or wife, then I guess I wouldn't even call it a gender role. It would just be like she takes care of the household because that's where she is most of the time. I think if you have two entrepreneurs dating each other, it's not necessarily a gender role. It's just helping out. I feel like, especially when you start to have kids, it's like you help out where you can. Because at the end of the day, woman or man, we're partners. So I think when people stop looking at family dynamics all the same and start looking at it, okay, so this is my family dynamic, this is your family dynamic, then we can stop using gender roles as a general overlapping thing. Yeah. Because it just depends, you know. It depends on your career, her career, if she has one or if you have one. I've seen some stay-at-home dads.
Yeah. So it's definitely I agree. Like, it is mainly, you know, I think it is situational. Like, you need to be realistic. Y'all generalizing everything on social media and this, that. It's like, that's not everybody's reality. And I think a big part that both roles can play is advocate for each other. Like, you have male friends, you have female friends, you have women in your life, you have men in your life. So, like, if they're coming to you expressing concerns or just telling you their emotions and how they feel, advocate for one another, because we don't know how the other gender feels unless we say something. Yeah. And so people making up all these scenarios in their head, oh yeah, women would do this if they were this, men would do this. It's like, how do you know that? You don't. So if you actually communicate and open up your mouth and speak to the other gender, you'll realize not all men are bad, not all women are bad. Like, that is how you foster that community and that sense of harmony with each other so that we can collaborate. Like, there are some things that men are better at doing than women. That's just facts. Yeah. There's also things that women are better at doing than men, and that is okay. Like, we were not meant to exist without each other. Yeah. So y'all trying to place people in a box, it's exhausting. Like, you don't like if someone tries to place you in a box, so why are you doing it to somebody else? It's like, just advocate and communicate with the other gender and party, and it's like you'll be able to realize we probably have a lot more in common than you realize, than you think.
For sure. I feel like we have to stop trying to make defining gender roles like a one size fits all type of thing, because it's going to be different. Like, when we all get into relationships, how me and my man define our gender roles might be different than how Gabby and her man define it for their relationship, and how Kelsey and her man, and how Sage and her man or woman. I was like, okay, that's why I skipped you. That's why I saved you for last. I was like, I don't know how to go about this. But
when you skipped me, I was like, okay.
Still trying to be inclusive. But it's not going to work for everybody. Like, I know me personally, when I get home, I do not plan on doing yard work. You're not going to make me mow a lawn. There might be another woman who'll be like, I don't mind doing that, you know? But, hey, what works for me and mine aren't going to work or might not work for you and yours. So we have to stop trying to make it a one-size-fits-all. And, like y'all said, it's going to be situational.
Yeah.
I feel like empathy is, like, the word of the freaking season for me so far. Like, but I think that more empathy, like, just in general, I think that if we as women and men as men took more time to, like, really, you know, just take away everything, you know, all the differences, and kind of just see other, you know, the opposite gender as, like, a person, and kind of just try to, even though we obviously can't as women who live our lives as women, like, we can't necessarily put their shoes on our feet, or like put ourselves in their shoes. Put ourselves in their shoes. Like, we can at least, I feel like a lot of us could make the effort to, like, understand men a little bit more, because I think that, more empathy for real. And I think that also there's a lot of ingrained homophobia in a lot of men, where it's like they don't want to align themselves with certain things, homophobia and kind of toxic masculinity, and just kind of the low-key hatred of women, to where they just don't want to, once they see a quality that somewhat aligns with, like, what they feel like a woman should have and a man shouldn't, it's like,
I ain't doing that.
Right.
Or
it's
like,
So,
right. It's really ridiculous. And like you said, it's just, like, ingrained. Some of the stuff is ingrained in us. And it's like, if you operate within partnership, like realms of partnership, because I've said it before and I'll say it again, whoever my future husband, man, is, I'm not going to be the only one taking care of the kids or cooking or doing laundry. No, we run a tight ship. No, not around here. Like, real because balance. It's like, okay, you got to go to work, so do I. You know, it's like, we can share responsibilities. It doesn't have to be one thing all the time. Like, just like, help me. Help you.
Right. Like, if we're both bringing in money, whether you feel like you don't need my money or not, if we're both working, there's no reason that I'm the only one who should be taking care of the kids, cleaning or cooking.
Yeah.
And you as a grown adult should want to be able to at least clean a dish.
Something.
Because what were you doing before I got here?
Hello.
So.
Yeah. No, but so with, like, obviously the rise of, like, podcast culture and social media and media and the influences of all of that, and I don't know if y'all have heard of the term manosphere before.
Yeah.
So what? Like manosphere.
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 No.
Like a man atmosphere?
Yeah. Basically.
Yeah. Okay.
Just like that kind of concept of, like, men are here type of thing. Like, men are the pinnacle. Type of thing.
Prize type of?
Essentially, like, manosphere is just kind of like just everything kind of encompassing that. Like, the toxic podcast, the high value, image consultants, and shit like that. Just everything that kind of goes into aiding like men feeling like they're the superior being type of thing. So
sound like a bunch of bad bitches to me.
hello. So with all of that like rising in our times as we've seen, especially since like COVID hit and everything like that, how do you feel like that whole debate around like the high value man, like how do you feel about that in general, and how do you feel like it impacts our relationships, y'all's personal relationships, or just male women relationships in general?
Well, he who finds a wife finds a good thing and finds favor. So there's that. Ooh. Then there's also, if you feel like you're the prize, I just don't understand that. Like, how do you as a man feel like you're the prize? When literally finding your partner, your woman, that is the prize in itself.
Right. You should feel like the winner.
You should feel like the winner, not like the prize. Right. I'm the prize. You're the winner. Right. You won. Hello. Right. Like, and I saw this girl on the internet. She said, if you make me feel like a prize, I'll make you feel like a winner every day. I'm like your biggest cheerleader. Like, period. Also, why do we keep fighting each other on who's better? Because at the end of the day, you need me regardless. And the stuff that you're spewing on the internet, you're only going to attract a certain kind of girl, and it's not the one that you want. I also have encountered men who may be above certain women who are, like they'll, kind of call themselves high value men or this or that and the third. I make a certain amount of money and all this other stuff. And I'm like, okay, proud of you. Proud that you out here making your money, but just because you're a high value man doesn't mean you're a good person. Doesn't mean you're a high quality man. Doesn't mean you have good qualities other than your paycheck, other than your intellect. Are you a good person? Do you give back to your community? Do you love God? Like, what's up? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But it's just stop fighting each other, because I've seen men who are like, oh, I'm a high value man. I want a woman like this and a third. Gets that kind of woman and has no idea how to keep her. Because, your money doesn't impress her. It's the type of man that you are. Yeah. So you're going to keep complaining about this kind of woman and wanting this kind of woman and get that woman, and you can't keep her. So what are you going to do? You're going to be a better person to try to keep that woman, or are you just going to keep doing what you're doing and talking on the internet? So it's just more of a, like, look at yourself. You can say that you're a high value man because you make good money. I'm, again, proud of you for doing well for yourself. But are you a good person? Yeah. Look in the mirror in that aspect. I'm not asking about your money. I'm asking about your heart.
Yeah, it's like where are you placing your value? Hello? Like, value according to whom? Like, value for everybody is different. So yes, there are some women out there who, like, place money over emotional intelligence, and that's cool for them. But if you want to attract a certain, I always say you should be the type of person that you wish to attract.
That part.
Simple as that. Like, whatever type of partner that you're looking to gain or receive, be that person first. Because why would you not want somebody who matches your energy, your vibration? Like, that's so dumb. That's so dumb to me. So, like Kelsey said, it's like, okay, you got money, I got money too. Not saying you can come over here if you ain't got no money. But that is not where, like, the most value is held. Like, anybody can make money. So it's like it's really just a revolving door discussion. I think it negatively impacts relationships when it comes to having this continuous conversation over, like, who is the high value man. Because then certain men, I feel like once they have that in their mind, I'm a high value man, they don't even know how to properly date. Like, they come to you and they talking to you like a LinkedIn interview. Like, oh yeah, I'm this. Are you funny?
That's what I said. You sound like a bunch of
it's literally, it's like, are you funny? Like, do you, like, what do you like to do for fun? Do you have hobbies? Like, can you make me laugh? Like, can we vibe together? But do you think
aliens are real?
Like, hello? Like, but you're so rigid and focused on the fact, like, oh yeah, I got money, I'm this, that, and it's just like,
good for you.
Relax.
Okay, but what else?
Yeah, literally, like, what else? And stop asking us what we bring to the table, because if you have proper discernment and are able to actually hold conversations and know what it is that you're looking for, you should be able to pick up on what someone else brings to the table. So it's like, just moral of the story, just cut the conversations about high value men.
Cut the cameras, dead ass.
Cut the cameras.
Cut the cameras.
Dead ass. Because even like I would say, like the whole high value man persona on social media is a big thing. But then I will say on the other end, like the whole, I don't know if you would call it like the city girl lifestyle, like the girl who's like, I want that man and I only want his money, like give me the money, give me the money, give me the money. I feel like on that side is also very toxic because then it's convincing a lot of women that are like, if you don't have this or doing this or making this,
not flying you out,
then he ain't got nothing to do with me type of thing. So
yeah.
But I will say that the whole high value man thing is definitely more prevalent and more popular. Because even I haven't watched like a full episode or anything like that. I would never give them my view. But I've seen like clips on social media of like Fresh and Fit and like Kevin Samuels when he was still kicking. But like just the way that they speak, like
they speak like of women
out of my like, you know, out of the way that I would see it, I can see how, you know, impressionable younger men especially would listen to shit like that and be like, oh yeah, you're right. Especially like maybe more antisocial type men as well, who maybe
incels,
you know, incel type of guys. I could see how words from them and how like, you know, how stern they are with their speaking and how like convincing they are with the way that they try to convey bullshit ass toxic messages. I can see why people would like, you know, kind of fall into that shit and kind of like, you know, you like have them as their, you know, their,
like put them on a pedestal. And think that's the standard,
right? As their standard, exactly.
Because they're speaking as if they know what. When you talk about something, you can be loud and wrong and sound right.
Oh hell yeah!
Because when you are speaking
you have
on
conviction?
it, like I know I got, like I know I got this. I know this is right. It's really easy, especially like you said, for impressionable people. I won't even say just young men, impressionable people to fall into that. And it's a dangerous game. Everybody shouldn't have podcast mics.
Girl, take these mics
away from and these people are having so much money, and you see these women around. Like the Fresh and Fit is sick. They have like all these women on their panel, not really saying much of shit that's worth anything.
But they're getting certain kinds of women to make themselves look better, because damn well they would never pick any one of us.
Oh, ever.
Because the first thing I'm gonna do is make you look stupid.
Have you seen the way that they treat women who speak up, especially black women? Oh, it's it's gross.
It's disgusting.
It's gross. Calling them bitches, telling them get the fuck out, and having the other women like jump them type shit. Just because, man, what?
I haven't fully seen clips of them, but
I really haven't either.
I've only seen clips, and it makes me so mad.
Yeah, I've only seen clips. I would never sit and watch the episode, but.
But yeah, no, I mean, y'all touched on pretty much all of these. I agree. Retweet, repost, all that. Like this whole little argument, I think is stupid. It's stupid.
It is all stupid. And social media.
But baby,
y'all gotta go out and touch grass.
If you want to be treated like a passenger seat princess, I will do that for you. High value man. If you want to be a high value man, we can go get our nails done.
I'm saying Bookie needs a pedicure.
We can shop for pads and tampons together.
Not our periods synced up.
You want me to warm your bottom?
Come here, bring out a high value man.
A real high value man doesn't have to tell me he's a high value man. How about that?
You want press-ons? You want acrylic gel? What you want? What you want, baby? Okay.
No. But okay, so
I was gonna say, you know, in the song 30 for 30 with SZA and Kendrick, you fucking with niggas that's thinking they cuter than you. Oh, so you ain't talking when he on his period too? Oh,
literally. That could have been our intro song.
Oh my gosh, but it's just
literally.
Yeah.
Again, this is not a man bashing episode.
No,
we love y'all.
Okay, so we gonna shift gears and talk a little bit about the dating aspect of the men. And obviously, we've had episodes about dating relationships. Go check those out.
Go check them
We've
out.
had
Season 1 and Season 2.
Season 1 and Season 2. But okay, so when it comes to dating in Atlanta, what do you think that men like have the biggest misconception about dating women?
And like what we want in the men, or like
basically
just their misconceptions of dating women here?
Yeah, in Atlanta, just in general.
So I will say there's this podcast. It's called Shits and Gigs. They're British. They're two black guys. They
got a little cancel recently.
Yeah. So they're actually really, really funny. And I found them and hilarious. I was like, oh my God, they're funny and they're British. So then they went on an American tour. They were with Poor Minds, and they said, well, this was the first red fucking flag. Yeah. They said women in Atlanta are clapped.
What the
Which means mid, basically. Mid or it's just nothing.
Clapped is a little worse than mid.
Well,
clapped
I don't
is like,
know. I'm not British.
clapped is like busted.
Yeah, busted. And then it was crazy because watching it, I was like, where the fuck did you go? Because there's some baddies in my city.
Some of the baddest.
And then there was another, they went on, what's that white man's name that's real racist that people think he's funny?
There's a lot of them.
Andrew Schulman.
He's
got the Hitler stash.
Yeah.
I said it. And that guy was making like mad jokes about black women. They were very derogatory. And as black men, it was them two, and then they have a third guy who runs the videos, but he talks as well. All black men just laughing, letting him say it. Oh, ha, 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 ha. Then I did a deep dive because I was like, no, I like them. No. A lot of their earlier videos, there was the dark-skinned guy. His name is Fuhad, I think. I think he's like Middle Eastern. Not Middle Eastern. He may be
Fuhad.
Muslim. You know them. So you know what I'm talking about. So Fuhad was like talking about just dating this white girl, just telling a story. And James, the light-skinned one, seems very insecure about himself. I guess he holds a grudge against black women because they teased him in middle school about being light-skinned. And I'm like, so you're mad at 12 and 13-year-old girls,
right,
and you're taking it out on a bunch of black women, period, but also in a city you've never been because of the girls in the UK who teased you. And that's like, it was just crazy to see because I'm like, imagine me taking my anger out on all black men because of the 2 or 3 black boys that teased me in the 6th grade. Shit. It's crazy. But it was interesting to see them say that they thought women in Atlanta were clapped. And I was like,
what part of Atlanta?
What part of Atlanta did you go to? Because
where'd you go?
Baddies in this city. Like Atlanta itself is a little ratchet. Maybe it's giving Gotham City vibes. But as far as the women what we look like here, I was like, oh,
he in the wrong part.
He was obviously in the wrong part.
You're bugging. But also I just feel like it's so many black women here, and like both of them, but really James, the light skinned one, he just be saying stuff when it comes to black, or he just
feel a little racially motivated.
Yeah, or he just won't like stand up for black women because when they got canceled, they had this whole thing like, oh, we're supposed to protect you guys. But anytime you see them on a podcast with black women, they get all nervous and shy. Right. And I'm just like, what's up with you?
Yeah.
And I don't like that, but there's a lot. I have seen misconceptions of like women in Atlanta being ratchet and ghetto, which isn't completely dishonest. But there's so many different women here, and I think all you see is what you see on TV. Because if you look, so many creatives,
women, I was about to say, so many
intellectual women, so many women in business and finance.
Yeah.
I'm looking for a woman in finance. Like, it's like, where are you looking and where are you going?
That's true.
I feel like a lot of people think that Atlanta women just want a trick, which, like Kelsey said, in some areas there are some of those women who are just looking to be flowed out and just, they want a nigga with a bag and, but I don't think it's majority. It's not majority. And if you were to see like the average, like successful black woman walking down the street, she would tell you like, baby, I don't need your money. Like, so I think that's one of the biggest misconceptions. Like I said, it's not completely inaccurate because there are definitely, some of them that is all they want. But I want to say the majority.
Yeah. And then also too, like to add to that, like they think we all got BBLs, or we want BBLs and stuff, and it's like, I'm cool with my little lowercase p that I made in the gym. It's not like we're not all of us are into that whole culture. That culture, that lifestyle. If that's what works for you, sis, like more power to you. That's what works for you. But it's not all of us. And making it seem like there's no like good women that are like wifey material here in Atlanta. We exist. We're here. There's 4 of us. Hello. We're here. We're here.
We're literally here. And it's like, where are you going to find these women? Granted, with the British guys, they were here and they were only going off of people telling them to go places.
Yeah.
But it's like, where are you going to find these women? Because we be where in the gym, in the dance studio, in the art studio,
in church,
or
at the
museums, at activist events, volunteering. Where are you going to find wifey material? At the run club, because like you going to places where you gonna find the tricks. Or the ones who want to be tricked
and then
on.
It's like, okay, are those right? It's like, are those the only places? I mean, we be on Edgewood sometimes.
Yeah, we be on Edgewood.
And it's a good time.
You know,
but not every weekend.
There is balance, okay? There is balance. And so it's like, are y'all going to certain places to try to find women that are wifey material? Or are you just like projecting and, you know, putting this whole... like stereotype on all the women here, because it's like that's not fair. Like y'all don't like it when we do that to y'all, so don't do it to us.
Cry me a river when we do that.
Like y'all are going to Magic City on a Monday. What do you expect to see in the strip club?
Yeah.
Why are you at Magic City on a school night anyway?
Magic City on a Monday, girl.
It's late. You got to go to work in there.
Maybe for the wings. The wings good.
Order it to go.
Strip club food do be bussin'.
Strip club food be bussin', but you can also call and put an order in.
Yeah.
Go pick it up and go back home and get ready for tomorrow.
The good women are here. We was in Target, not so much, you know, anymore.
Well.
But we were, you know, Target, grocery stores, run clubs, Whole Foods,
At the regular places.
You know,
the farmers market,
libraries.
Workspaces.
Yeah. Anyway,
We heard no, but I feel like y'all. I was trying to think of what other kind of misconceptions, but I think y'all really kind of nailed them all on the head for real. Yeah, like there's good ones out here. There's good women everywhere. We obviously Atlanta's a major city, so it's gonna be so many different kinds of people. So, man, whatever. Yeah. Good women are out here, right? So to end off like our main section. You know, we did some praising of the men's. We talked about our relationships with men. We talked about things that, you know, they could do a little better. So to end it off, wrong question. What are some things men say or do that are red flags? Immediate red flags to you, like immediate. You're like, oh,
I'm the prize.
Okay, big money.
Besides that,
not big money. Oh, I didn't know that you would be interested in a guy like me. Oh, well, okay. Yeah. Well, I'm gonna go.
That insecurity stuff.
Okay.
Ooh, it's like if you see me in public and like say you follow me on like social media or something, and we're in the same vicinity, and then you don't speak. But then you DM me.
Oh. I've seen you. Were you wearing a pink jacket? Did you have your hair in a bun and a?
No.
Yes, the fuck I did, and you know I did.
And I had on blue.
You know I did.
You seen me, like hello, and maybe I seen you seen me, but I'm not about to come over there and be like, oh hey, yeah, I follow you. Are you so and so on Instagram?
Yeah.
No, but like
that. For that. It's not college.
That is very like. I don't like that.
And if you don't speak, you don't speak. But the DMing is.
That's
crazy.
Like, how old are we?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Just
maybe too much too soon, like where it's kind of giving love bombing vibes. Like too soon. Or like being too clingy too soon, I think it's a little bit of a red flag. But, I mean, there's a balance there with, like, the cleanness of it all. Like, you know, because sometimes when you're a little clean, I might feel like, oh, you're so interested in me, and it's just me type of thing. But sometimes it's a little bit overboard to where it's like, whoa. This might be a little too much.
If you start trying to say you're trying to get to know me, quote unquote, and you start like talking nasty, like a little off rip, like, sir, I'm a stranger.
Yeah, that's
why are you so comfortable with just, you know,
sex talk?
Like that's not cute. That's like. I'm a stranger to you, and you just feel so comfortable. Like, if your intentions are not to actually, like, get to know me on that level, like,
let me know.
Say that, you know. And some guys will say, oh, y'all just say that. But if we say that, then y'all not going to be receptive to it. Okay, like.
Then go to another woman who is receptive to it. Okay. I promise you there's a woman who's receptive to it.
Out there. Like, hello.
You already, like, psyching yourself out before you even try to, like, communicate.
Also, like, just stand up. Like, why are you so scared? What is she gonna actually do to you? I'm just trying to hit. If she get mad, she get mad. Okay, on to the next.
But at least you know, like,
right. Have y'all ever like went on a date with someone and they just be talking a bunch of shit about their ex like on the first link up or something? I feel like that is a red flag. Or like if they have something negative to say about all the women that they've talked to and making it seem like it was all them.
Nah, baby, you the problem.
I'm like, okay, first of all, do you like women? Do you like?
Are you
women?
self-aware?
Are you self-aware? Are you the problem and just don't know? Like, you know, I feel like there's definitely certain things that happen in your past relationships that do need to be discussed because that will affect the way that, you know, it affects trust issues. It affects the way you know, move forward in future relationships. But like, if it's the first link up and you just talking shit about all these women and this woman did that, this woman did this woman, I'm like,
why are we here?
You sound like the problem. You sound like the problem. So I feel like that's another immediate red flag.
Sure. Yeah. That's a good one. That's a good one for sure. Any other y'all can think of?
I would say, low key, what's becoming not fully a red flag to me, but it's like if you don't have any female friends, low key, like, or just any type of female that you are influenced in a way. It doesn't have to be a friend, but it's like
a sister cousin.
Yeah, sister cousin, mom, so like that type of thing. Because then it's like you're only surrounding yourself with men, and so men talking to other men, it's not always going to be positive influence. So it's like, how do you know how to interact with women or treat women if you don't have any sort of womanly influence? So it's like now the whole like platonic friendships thing, when it comes to like male females, it can get a little blurry sometimes. I understand that, but if you tell me, oh yeah, like I got a homegirl and we've been friends for like 12 years or whatever, I'm gonna want to meet her and, you know, see what she's like, because if she's been your friend for 12 years, like
she's important
then
to you.
Obviously she's important to you, and you're probably learning some stuff from her and vice versa. So it's like, I value that. So if you don't have anybody at all, it's not like a huge like deal breaker or red flag, but it's like interesting.
Because they're not getting that female perspective. It's like and that's how that toxic masculinity start brewing.
For sure. Also, if you don't really have any, I guess you don't have to have hobbies, but outside of like work, like,
no, that's real though.
Like, what do you
have interests? Are you passionate about anything?
If all you do is like, I'm about to go drink, I'm about to go smoke, like, what else do you do? Okay, like if that's what you engage in, cool. I'm not gonna say no, but
what else?
It doesn't. It doesn't need to just. What do you and your homeboys do? Like, what do y'all do? Do y'all just drink and smoke all the time? Like,
do y'all be in the gym for real?
Do y'all? Yeah. Like, what do you do?
Yeah. I would also say mama's boys. Just that statement alone.
Immediate red flag. I can see that.
You can love your mom and not be a mama's boy. You can respect your mom and not be a mama's boy. You can love your mother and still have a sense of self outside of your mother. And if you don't have that as an adult male,
can't do it.
It's just, you just gonna have to go. Can't do it.
Because where do you fit in there? Like,
have y'all talked to mama's boys for real? I don't think I've ever encountered. Thank God. I can't say that I've ever like really met a mama's boy for real.
Let me shut up.
A little. I've seen like little traits in some men that shows like, okay, your mom definitely like coddled you. Like, you still might be on the titty just a little bit. Okay. You know, just a little like. But not like full blown, like, have you?
No. I feel like the only, like, the closest thing is, like, I had went on a date with one guy, and he, like, took me home to meet his mom on the first date. Is that a sign of a mama's...
That's on the first date?
On the first date, took me home to meet his mama. I think that, but like I said, that was the first date and the last. Yeah. But other than that, like, I don't think I've really, like, for real experienced a mama's boy in full throttle. That's crazy. Is it not crazy?
It is crazy.
That's crazy.
It's like,
but he was also white. That was the only white boy, but he was one of those white boys that like grew up around black people. But like, you know,
I never knew you ever went on a date with a white.
That was the one and only.
What, you was grown?
Yeah, this was when I was in Augusta during nursing school. I will say it was a great date.
Was he like spicy white or was he white?
Yeah, she says he was. He
grew up. He was white, but grew up around.
Not spicy, like culture.
Like ethnic?
Like,
no, I think it was just a white boy that grew up around black people.
Caucasian. Okay.
Yeah. It was a great day, very thoughtful. But I was like, "You're taking me where?" He's like, "Me and my mom." I said, "Oh,
Well, I mean,
I wonder if that's a cultural difference.
it could be.
yeah."
Good.
In a way, that does say good things about you. Like, you know, you're someone who's like, he felt
bring home
quality
the
enough
mama.
to bring home the
anybody to his
mom.
mama.
But it could also,
His mom might be like his screening. Like,
Right,
oh, I gotta
like,
bring
if
you
my
to my
mama don't
mom.
like you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
what my mom said.
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
might be a setup. Your mom might be a maniac.
You know?
Yeah,
Have you
that's
ever
a
seen
little,
you?
that's a little intense.
Yeah. I think that's only mama's boy. Kind of way.
I do have another one. If you feel so like entitled to my time, like very early on, so it's like I'm a busy girl. Like like I have motion for real. It's not for play. Like I don't just go to work, come home, and not say people who just go to work and come home don't have motion, but. What's Tokyo Tony say? I got businesses. Tokyo Tony, like I own companies. You know, I have motion for real in the sense of like my time is stretched in different places. So no, I'm not about to be always texting you like back and forth every few minutes or this that. Especially like if you're not my man. So if you feel so entitled to my time, and I remember this one guy, he hit me up. We were, this was after, like, Juneteenth when we went out and the grown man with the fedora.
Yeah.
With the grown man with the fedora. It was a very, and he was grown. He was, like, too old to really have my number in the first place. But he really wanted to, like, talk on the phone that night. And I was like, I'm watching a movie with my mother. And he was like, dang, can I just get a couple minutes of your time?
No.
Whoa. You big fella.
Mother.
Hold on there, big fella.
Like, first of all,
Okay,
I just met you. And I was like, I value family time. I value family time, so this is not something I'm like compromising on.
Right.
No, I respect it. I'm a family man too. Shut up. Like, what are you like?
You and my mama probably the same age.
Because it's like, what? Like, you feel so entitled to have my time right now, and it's like respectfully, like that is like earned.
Weird.
It's not just given, especially if you want me to prioritize you. Like I said, I got motion for real. So do something to prove why I should prioritize you, and you doing that, you're blocked.
Last thing, don't triple, quadruple text me in the middle of the day and then get mad because you ain't heard from me. I have a job.
Literally.
Yeah. I'm an adult, first of all. Second of all, if you're anywhere near my age and you just got that much time on your hands.
Something might be wrong.
And like, literally, I had this nigga from Hinge. I'm saying it. I had this nigga from Hinge and he was like, quadruple texting me. Oh, okay. I'm at work. I'm at work and it's busy.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, yo, we don't have to text throughout the day.
I'm cool.
All day throughout the day. We can text, like, every day, but we don't have to text throughout the day.
Yeah, we could do a little
But he
check-in.
took that and ran with it. And nigga ghosted me. And then he popped back up 3 days later. Oh, you free? Oh, fuck you.
Oh, okay. Oh, you trying to be petty. Oh,
Now
okay,
you're petty.
girl.
Now you're showing me that you're basically...
All right, now, girl.
Okay, estrogen. Like, please don't.
I see you,
Okay,
sis.
girl.
I see you, sis.
You don't have a job. And even if you work night shift, you not sleep before your shift.
Like we could do a little touch and go. We don't have to talk all day every day.
Rest.
Unpopular opinion: if we're not exclusively dating, I don't gotta hear from you
don't
every day.
got
I
to.
don't.
I'm with
I
you on that
don't.
too.
It's okay. We can go a day or two without talking. If we're not on that level, it's
Yeah.
okay.
It's so.
We'll have something to talk about the next time we reconvene. Like, asking me what I'm doing 50 million
For
times a day is
40
gonna turn me
days,
off.
40
It's
nights.
okay. We can go a day, and it's cool. Ain't no beef. Ain't no bad
Ain't no
blood. It's
beef.
okay.
No
We
beef
good. We
at
good, baby. It's okay. Relax, sister girl.
Like, please
Miss
calm
Mama's
yourself.
relax.
Miss Girl. Miss Toller.
Please.
We love y'all.
We do love y'all.
We're not talking about all of y'all. It's just some of you.
And if you feel hit by anything that we're saying, then maybe it is you.
Hit dog on holla.
go look in the
Then
mirror.
maybe
the shoe
it
fit.
is
selling them.
you, 'cause it's like
But no, that was a good conversation, y'all.
We love y'all.
I feel like it was well rounded.
Love
Like
y'all
we
for
said, it
real,
wasn't
but
no
stop.
bashing session.
It was a sandwich, you know, a little positive, a little negative, a little positive.
You know, exactly. So, but yeah, that was it for the main topic. And y'all know what the the next part is it's the house life sis. And you know, sometimes when we do our house life sis, we got a little sub question to kind of gear the conversation. So for this one, what advice would you give to other women about building healthy relationships with men?
Build yourself first.
Okay. Hello.
Build yourself first. Yeah. Focus on you first. Like I said earlier in the episode, the type of partner that you wish to attract, you have to become that. You have to. First. Like as a woman, you should not be looking to anybody to fill whatever void. Your partner should complement you, not complete you. That's just, that is that. It should not be 50-50, we make 100. You should be 100%, he should be 100%. Y'all come together, boom. Some days, yeah, boom, 200. So now on the days when you don't have 100% to bring to the table, then all right, I got you. I got 25% today. You carry the other 75, whatever. Like, yeah. But love yourself to the highest degree first. The man is gonna be there. They everywhere. They're gonna be there. Love yourself first, girl. Yeah. And don't ever forget you. Hold on to you.
Yeah. No, that's good advice.
I would say just like we, we joke about men like being, feminine, they having feminine traits and whatnot, right? I feel like us women sometimes we need to learn to like really be in our feminine and learn to be a little submissive when it comes to wanting to build healthy relationships with men. Like if you want a masculine man, you got to be a little feminine. Let a man be a man. Give him the opportunity and the space to be a man. And trust me, I'm speaking to the choir because this is something that I am currently learning and having
independent.
Man, what? I did not. Quick little backstory. There was a time where like we were leaving a party and these guys were talking about taking the trash out, but they were like gonna put it in my car because I was about to leave, right? And they were sitting here trying to play Tetris. I wanted to jump in so bad and be like, if you just do it like this, I was like, let me sit back and let them handle the trash. But it took everything in me. Like, I literally had to tell myself, like, Sadia, shut up. Put your hands down. Close your mouth.
Let them do it.
Let them do it. But I was like, damn, like, this is literally something that I have to work through. So, like, just, like I said, if there's a man in the room, let them be a man. We got to learn how to be feminine, learn to be in our submissive, because I'm sure men probably joke about us being in our masculine, just like we joke about them being in their feminine.
They do.
They do.
So,
they don't be joking. They be dead ass.
They be dead ass. Okay, and then we have microphones to talk about it.
Hello, exactly.
Yeah, just also say like, okay, so just piggybacking off of you, I agree with that to a certain extent because some of these men out here are actually idiots, and it's like, and I'm not saying that to be like funny, like I'm so serious. So it's hard sometimes to let a man be a man when he's being an idiot, and it's like not, and that's not to say like even men who get it right, they're not gonna always have it right. That's not what I'm saying, but learn how to be submissive to the right men. And not just your partner, but like your friend. Because I have guy friends who I'm like, oh, like, I know if I go out with them, if anything were to happen, I'm straight. So, like, even with them, even though it's platonic, I'm like, oh, yeah, you do it. You got it. But learn how to be submissive to the right men. Because
you trust their judgment.
Right. Yeah. Because you're supposed to submit to their leadership. And you have to submit to someone who you know is going to lead you in a way that's going to be, good or right.
And not lead you astray.
And not lead you astray.
There's some men where it's like, I don't trust them to do the job well. And it's like, I know I can do it better.
Yeah. And it's not even on no masculine. It's on some, I don't trust you with my life.
Yeah.
So there's that. And then I would also say just use your discernment.
I was just about to say.
Always, if you feel something in your gut,
trust it.
Trust it, honey.
Just trust it.
8 times out of 10, I'm going to say 8, not 9. Yeah. 8 times out of 10, you probably right.
Right.
So, what about y'all? What's some advice?
It really is hard to trust that gut, but definitely trusting the gut is definitely some good advice to give a woman. Like, as soon as you feel that something is off, try to, it's hard, but try to trust it. Like, try to actually listen to it and not ignore it, even if it's just the first time. Like, take that into consideration. Maybe not, completely be like, I'm out, but like, don't just let it go away. Like, keep it in the back of the Rolodex somewhere. I would say other advice, don't put your worth into a man. Like, even if, and I say that with like situations like, cause sometimes things just don't go well in a relationship with a man, or things don't go as planned, or like things might, go wrong. And I feel like sometimes women have a tendency to like, just take all of that in, like, oh my God, what did I do? It was all me, or like, if he treats you in a way that's not the most positive, that could just be him being a bad person. It's not always you and, your character and your, like, who you are as a person. Sometimes it's literally just, they're just not a good person, and they're just not in the space to treat you well. Facts. Type of thing.
Big facts.
And I would say that. I would say, take your time with dating. Every man is not your husband.
Every man is not your husband.
Everybody's not going to be your husband. And that's a hard thing to learn too, especially when, it feels good in the beginning and you're like, especially if you're a lover girl.
Me!
And it feel like, damn, this could be everything. Because I'm like that too.
I met my husband so many times. This is my husband. It's
I had to stop that. I had to get out of that. It don't do nothing. It's not good. I had to get out of that.
Right. When the vibes are too good, and especially if it's new, or if maybe you just got out of something that was really piss poor, and then all of a sudden there's someone that's just nice.
That one. Yeah. That one.
That's just like nice and treating you well. Don't.
Maybe he's
don't
just nice.
Maybe he's just a nice person. Yeah. Maybe he's not in love with you.
Yeah. I've learned like just because somebody may be good to you does not mean they're good for you.
Exactly.
They're two different things, and don't ever feel like you're not worthy of being loved, or the things that you desire, or the type of man that you desire. Sometimes people make it seem like you gotta settle or compromise, or they'll be like, well, damn, you get into this age, and the man is not really out there like that, so you might have to take a man who this that. No,
I'm not settling.
No, a man literally died. A man literally died on the cross for me. Why would I ever settle for less?
No, yeah, for sure. Don't settle.
Don't settle.
Know your worth.
Yeah.
You gonna find that great man out there. Just
They're
trust it. Even
there.
if it might seem like, oh my God, there's no men out here, men suck. Like, what the fuck? And it might seem there's no options. Just maybe that's just the time for you to take time for yourself and tap more into yourself, and don't put all of your focus and your brain into finding a man. That's not gonna serve you no good.
There's other things in your life happening around you.
Exactly.
So until that time comes for you to meet that person, like focus on other stuff.
That desperateness is gonna attract
the
worst kind of men. So but so.
Period.
But okay, thank you guys for all of your answers. That was great. So we're gonna end things off with our "What's Weird, Sweetie?" question, and we do have a little writer in there, none other than Chase. We love Chase. We love Chase. But if you want to be a writer in there and ask us a question about anything, even though sometimes we don't always release like the topics we talk about in the future, if you have any kind of question about the topics we've talked about already in this is episode 6, so in our 5 episode or 6 episodes, let us know, ask us a question, and we can shout you out. But for this question, Chase, okay, so y'all know the whole debate of man or the bear, are you choosing the man or the bear type of thing on like TikTok. So like basically there's this kind of debate-ish that's like women are essentially choosing the bear over the man because they've just kind of felt like,
Did you explain the debate?
Like
if a woman is stuck in a forest and you had to choose between being stuck in the forest with a man or stuck in the forest with a bear, which one would you choose?
Okay, yeah. So there's that. There's that debate going on. But so why do you think that? Because so many women are choosing the bear. Like if you go on the TikTok comments, go on Twitter, go on anything, and that debate is brought up, you gonna see the bear. And even if it's not related to that debate, you'll see like a scenario of like a man doing something crazy, and you just go see the bear. Why do you think that women? I mean, it's a little self-explanatory, but why do you think that women are choosing the bear?
Safety,
hurt,
security,
trauma.
Like. Yeah, just men. Some men be crazy as hell.
Yeah,
and the capabilities. So it's like,
what things can men do to draw women in a little bit more from choosing the bear?
Holding other men accountable.
Okay. Yep.
Hello.
Yep.
Yeah.
holding older men accountable. Like, we know that some of these people, man or woman, sorry, we know these people out here are just crazy.
Yeah.
So men, yeah, hold some of these men that you know are out here doing crazy and wrong things accountable. Then that'll help us not look at all of you like the same kind of man, because we know that you're not. But it gets a little discouraging when you're seeing all these stories about this man hurt this woman, hurt this child, hurt this other man, and it's like, you know, the bear. So it's like, you know, hold them accountable. Yeah.
Creating that safe space. Like, same thing like Kelsey's saying. Holding them accountable. Create the safe space. Create the space that you would want somebody to feel comfortable in. Like, you want somebody to come to you. You want somebody to feel like they can trust you. So be that person. If you want women to open up to you and, you know, feel closeness with you, then create that space, because that's the only way we're gonna not be so divided with each other. And it's like, I don't necessarily know if I would choose the bear.
I wouldn't.
Like, I mean, like the whole, I don't know what I would never be in that situation in the first place, because why am I in the forest? Like, because why am I alone in a forest? Why am I alone in a forest? But hopefully, if I was, I would be there with a, you know, smart, intelligent, safe, and secure man, so I could choose the man, because the bear would just gobble me up. The bear would just eat me alive. But yeah, just create the safe space and, you know, make it so people want to be in close connection with you.
Yeah. I feel like mine kind of ties in with Gabby, but just I wish men were a little more vocal about protecting women, because I feel like in a lot of spaces, like, you know how people always say, like, oh, if you were in a room and someone was to bring your name up, you protecting them, you 10 toes down. I feel like a lot of times women don't feel that protection from men. Like, if men were to be in a room with microphones and hosting their own podcast talking about black women, it'd be a lot of shit talking, and they would not advocate for us. They would not have positive things to say. So I wish men, like, if you want us to stop choosing the bear, just be more vocal about protecting us and advocating for us, even if we're not in the spaces that y'all are in, you know, like talking them. And that kind of goes back with holding, you know, yourself and your friends accountable. Like, if you see someone talking shit, like being like, hey, bro, like, you know, it's not all women are like that. You know what I'm saying? So I know even on this episode, we were talking a lot of shit, but like at the end of the day, like, we do speak positively about men. And, you know, at the end of the day, we love our men, specifically black men, you know, we love our black men. So just doing the same for us, and like I said, just speaking up for us and advocating for us, and, you know, being vocal about it.
And, you know, speaking up for like our protection and like, you know, things like that, but also like loving women more out loud. Like, I know y'all saw me out loud. Right? Did y'all see that clip of Cordell?
Yep, I knew you was gonna say that.
Wait, what is it recently?
Yeah.
No, I haven't been on TikTok in a minute. What
it was on BET.
Yeah, it was like a BET. So they have
He
like these male conversations now of like, it's like 3 celebrity men and like 1 guy that's like the host. And I guess they have just different conversations about different things. And do y'all remember what the actual question was?
It was, I don't remember the question, but it was, what's his name? Da Vinci.
It's Da Vinci, Jacquees, and Cordell.
Yeah. Jacquees, like the rapper?
Yeah, like,
okay.
I wish I could remember the actual question, but it was one of those questions
it was one about the last name. There was one about the last name. Is your child taking your last name type of deal?
Okay. I don't think I saw that.
I didn't see that one.
But it was some kind of question that would kind of just like possibly provoke like a man to, you know, set him up to, you know, possibly bash a woman for something. And Cordell was very like adamant and stood in his ground, like, you know, showed up and loved, you know, I love my woman and blah 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 blah. And the men are like, so you sure? And he's like, yeah. Period. He was like the youngest one on the panel type of thing. So like,
and they were even like, oh wow.
And they was like, if you need advice from us at any point, young blood, da da da.
And he was just kind of like
from y'all. Y'all need advice from him.
This was a special on BET or something?
Yeah, they have like these
have to
episodes
watch
of
it.
conversations. Like I remember one had like Santana and these two other guys. So it was like just a different perspective. It's really interesting.
Wow.
You talking about
So-
Material World?
Yeah, it was Santana and like two other straight guys.
Walking like
and
it all.
it was just like a cool
I didn't
conversation.
see
Yeah.
that.
I
Okay.
have to watch
But,
it. Wow.
Material World.
Yeah. So, but yeah, loving women out loud, like more examples of that, I think would, put more faith in women that men like that are out there.
Mm-hmm.
So, and like make it be real and like legit. Because
Yeah,
you
don't
can tell
put
when
on a
it's fake
show.
too.
You can tell when something's not
It's like,
sincere.
oh, look at my girl. I love my girl.
love
Look at
my
my girl.
Like, stop. Like, just don't.
Bro, just speak highly of her in conversations.
Yeah.
But I would also
Don't be
say,
afraid to love
like,
her.
we can't choose you over the bear if you won't choose to stand up for us.
Mm-hmm.
Period. Period.
Yeah.
Granted, I may not choose the bear either. I may just choose to leave the first. But
I'm gonna choose myself.
I'm sick of being that bitch by myself. Do I need somebody else?
Why do I need company?
I don't need no bear or no man.
no bear or no man. But it's like you can't get mad or have something to say about women choosing the bear or women that choosing the bear when, especially as black men, when we do not feel protected.
No.
We don't. We don't. Y'all don't choose us for real.
I should not be out. Like like in my mind, it's like, okay, if I'm out and something, God forbid, were to happen, and there's like another black man or a man around, are they gonna jump in? Are they gonna say something? Are they gonna do something? Because you see people just standing around recording. Why the hell everybody recording?
Right.
Why aren't
Somebody
you standing
do
up for
something.
me?
Like, what is happening? Because 9
Just
times
as
out
my
of 10,
brother.
yeah, it's like why that is very scary and alarming. It's like, I should not be in public and think, God forbid something were to happen right now.
Right.
Would these men or whoever's around, is a woman more likely to jump in than a man?
Sheesh. Because I've seen more women defending
Hell
each
Yeah,
other
Yeah.
every time.
than I have
Every
seen
time.
men defending women.
Every time, especially
sure.
a black woman or a woman of color. Every
Yeah.
time, child.
Because we material. Whoa.
Every time. And I had one more thing I was gonna say. Oh shoot, it's gone. Anything else you want to say?
Material.
We love y'all. We love our men.
We do love y'all, but we just want better for all of us.
Yeah.
So-
Yeah.
Love us back.
Because we already had this
In a healthy
conversation
way.
about women, so don't even go there.
Exactly.
We love y'all. Y'all just get on our nerves a little bit every now and then. So we're going to talk our little shit. But overall, we love y'all.
We know it's a partnership and we need
Right.
y'all.
Right.
And
We need y'all. Y'all need us.
Period.
Okay? We need
Two-way
each
street.
other.
So,
Period.
well,
We all need each other. But thank you guys so much for tuning in. I hope that you enjoyed this conversation. If there's any male listeners out there, you want to hear some more input, or have any other questions that you want to ask us from a women perspective, I feel like we're very level-headed and we'll give you a straightforward answer. Let us know. Hit us up. You can DM us at Life is Weird Pod on Instagram, TikTok. Is there another social media?
Email.
Or email us at lifeisweirdpod1@gmail.com. Hit us up. Ask us any questions. You want to be shouted out on the show. You have a product you want to sell, service that you want us to promote. Let us know.
Sponsor us.
And if you want to sponsor us, give us money. Yeah.
Just give me money.
Let us know. But tune in to the next episode. And thank you guys.
Yeah.
And never forget, keep your motherfucking legs closed to married women. I guess you're talking about the men or men.
whoa. I would
Whatever you want to do.
Yeah. And it was
Whoever's
an
listening,
elastic
whoever you laying with, just don't let them be married. Thank you.
Thank you. Love
Love
y'all.
your homewrecker.
Mwah.